Hello, welcome everybody. Not everyone's here, I'm sure, but if you are, welcome. And today we are with Daniela De Castro, psychic medium. Many of you will know her, many of you maybe don't. And what we're doing is we're going to be having a discussion today on Facebook Live, and we're going to be discussing about the afterlife and about deceased loved ones. It's the conversation will take many twists and turns. I'm sure it's going to be very interesting, even to me, and I'm in the conversation, and I don't know which direction it's going to go. But it's always interesting, isn't it, Daniela? We always have a
It
great
is.
time.
It
We
is.
do. Okay, but what we're going to do, and we're going to jump right into the discussion very shortly. But what we're going to do is during the course of this live, we are well, not we. It's not certainly not me, but that Daniela De Castro, she is going to be doing mini readings. Okay, mini because we're on a live, so we don't want people to be bored listening to someone else's reading, right? So if you want a longer reading, you just simply go to Daniela's website, divinemessagesbydaniela.com. I'll put that up on the screen in a second. And then you can book, a half hour or an hour or, whatever kind of a size of a reading you want at your leisure, right? But right here on the live, she's going to be doing mini readings. So if you have a question, that's the purpose. Is if you have a question, like a mediumship question. So, maybe you've got like a loved one you want to ask about, you can ask her right here on the live. And what you do is you go to, as you can see on the screen, mini reading, it's $10. You go to the link there. You can't click the link because it's on the screen, but just type in paypal.me/Daniela De Castro 7. Very important you put the 7 at the end because I made the mistake of not doing that once, and it's a different Daniela De Castro. So goodness knows who
There's
she is.
several of us.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, so you do that. Daniela will get notified of that, and then she'll do your reading, and we'll pause our discussion, and she'll do your reading, and then we'll get back to our discussion. So anyway, that's that. If you're joining us later, I'll go over all that again for those who are just arriving. So I'll let Daniela do some talking because I just wanted to introduce the way we're working today. How are you doing, Daniela?
I am
You
doing
good?
wonderful. And thank you so much for doing this with me. I really appreciate you.
I've been looking forward to it.
And I think I like the way you say my name better than I say my name. So that's always a bonus.
Oh,
And
really?
oh, absolutely.
Okay.
That's a no-brainer. But I always mess up. Oh, somebody's asking, I don't have PayPal. Can I do Venmo? Yes,
Oh,
they
okay.
can. While they're asking, I just said that. Oh, Karen, I like the way he. Oh my God, Karen said the same thing. She likes the way you say my name.
Oh, you
It's
say
not
your
just
name. I want to compare. You say your own name. I want to
really.
compare.
It's gonna hurt your ears, honey.
Go on.
Daniela De Castro.
Daniela De Castro. To me, it
It
sounds
does
the
not
same.
have the ring.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it sounds
So
the same.
I'm just trying to look up the Venmo, and I know that someone, um, who is the person that has already contacted us? There was somebody. Was it
Oh,
Dawn?
yes. It was Dawn
So I'm
Sitch.
looking
If
to
you're
see.
here,
Oh, hi Tiffany, and thank you for coming on. What is she? Just wanted to say hello, quick. Sorry, I'm missing the live. We have family in town. Hope you do again. Oh, I will, Tiffany. Thank you. Jamie suggested I do it on Sunday evening. So yes, I am. Renee Edwards. Okay, so Renee, it's at Daniela DeCastro 1. Maybe I should just write that in, huh? Because
sure.
I know that this stuff can be tricky. So I'm just going to do that. And Jamie, I'm not trying to step on your feet here or your
Okay.
toes. I'm not very gracious about this stuff. So I'm trying to learn to multitask. And because
Oh
I'm not
goodness.
reading
Well,
yet, it's so much harder once I start reading for people. A discussion I can do, but the reading can be
yeah,
rough.
I know.
Even,
I know all
yeah, if
about
you gave me your
the
telephone
struggles of
number,
multitasking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I go to a frequency. So when people want to give me, hi Dawn, hi Danielle, hope all is well. Oh, I'm sorry, Dawn. Okay. Okay. All right. Dawn, if I could just have a minute, like to set this up, and I'm going to jump right in and answer your questions. Um, I've dealt with those situations before, working with a spirit that had dementia on this side. And there was one client that reached out to me shortly after her unless it was you. I don't think it was, because that person got their answers. When he first crossed over, this particular client, he was confused where she didn't, obviously she didn't tell me he had dementia, but I asked if there was something up with his brain because I've had a brain injury in the past, like a serious one. So I know the signs. And when I was in his space, I felt disoriented. Like it was just a fuzzy feeling. And she booked me on his 1 year anniversary, and everything was awesome. And she told me last year when he worked with me, this is what you said. And I'm like, oh, he's shed all that. Some people takes longer, but we'll check it your particular case, okay? Okay, what was I saying? If anybody wants a longer reading, you can go to my website. What is it? www.divinemessagesbydanielle.com. But Jamie is encouraging me because he's a wonderful being in my life. He gets me to stand up and get off my booty and do things. So you really are a blessing. So thank you, Jamie. And I gave the Venmo information, so I think we could just jump into Dawn's questions, right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not quite a year. My dad passed nearly a year ago. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's showing up in other places. She wants to know if they had feelings. Okay. So she wants to know if he felt that way on the other side. Okay. So let me just get in what I call the zone. Dawn, I'm just asking if your dad's here right now. And one thing, when anybody works with me, I do have StreamYard, Zoom, FaceTime, Messenger, video. You want to watch my face. And I smiled because he's talking to me. So that was what I asked, is your father present? And I'm smiling again because I can feel him very close to me. For whatever reason, he's not letting me see him clearly. I feel him on my left side. And okay. Dawn, this is going to be an odd question. Can he be, when he was well, could he be a little flirtatious? I want to make sure that I have your father on the line. So when he stepped up to me right away, he was very friendly. The person that I'm speaking with is very, what did she say? She wrote, haha, yes. I hope I wasn't insulting you. So that was, yeah, okay. Because as soon as I asked if he was present, I felt him. He stepped right up, not shy, not holding back at all. He's like in my space. Not everybody comes right up in my grill, but he's right there. So then when I was checking in again with him, he said something like flirtatious, like, hey, baby, how are you? So that's why I was like, oh, this is a sweet talker that we have here. So thank you for validating that. That's really funny. So I can tell you, in this moment, your father is crystal clear. There is no confusion about him. So but you want to know when he crossed over. You're interested. Okay. So I'm going to just start talking to your dad, like let him speak. Okay. I have to give you what I'm hearing. He's saying when he was very confused on this side, and like because we have aspects of ourself, right? So we have the higher self, the spiritual self, and that one knows what's going on. But the human self, like our physical form, right? Even though we have that inside of us, the physical form, it's like he didn't really know he was dying. Like he was so in and out of it. And I'm hearing in and out of like consciousness, like coherence. But when he crossed over, he was greeted. He was not left. Like, you know what I mean? He didn't get off the train and nobody was there. They took care of him. What I'm seeing, it's actually very loving, and they knew. So they were expecting him, and he was surrounded. That's what I'm seeing. Like as he came through, he was surrounded by loved ones, and it was a very gentle energy. Wow, that's deep. Nobody's ever told me that before. Because of his lack of clarity, not really sure exactly what was going on, um, he just seemed a little like fearful of the process of what actually was happening. So his loved ones just sounds like a baby being born and swaddled in a cloth. Like we have this, like you're safe. We're holding you, we're keeping you safe. That's how it felt. That's what he's showing me. He was embraced, like it was just a very warm, soothing, welcoming, very considerate. Because I have had people show me the different ways that they cross over. Not everybody shows me that, but I guess because you asked, he's allowing me to see that because I think that's really particularly private. But some people will show me. So, do you have any other questions about this? Thank you, Imelda. That I appreciate it. So, Dawn, did you have any other questions about his crossing, or did you want to ask, or anything? Did you want to ask your dad anything? Because he's here. He's like doing a shout out. This man, some men you have to pull teeth to get them to share, to participate, not him. And he's like, tell her I'm happy. Like he's just more than willing to communicate. He goes like this, I'm here. Like, why, why not? I'm here. I won't talk. I have had spirits tell me, like somebody will book me for a reading, and some gentleman on the other side will say, I don't believe in you. Like bordering on rude. And I'll say, I understand, but you do understand you're speaking with me right now. Like it's just so funny that even because of religion, whatever their beliefs, that this is so uncomfortable for them, even in spirit, they have the need to tell me that they don't believe in me. So I just think that's funny. Let's see. Thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome, Dawn. But I know that you had wanted to ask more. I thought you wanted to ask more than one question. So feel free. Keep going, Dawn. And you're welcome very much. I hope this brings you comfort. He's so playful. He just told me that. I'm very playful. So I get the impression he might have been quite the ladies' man. Let's see. I've been seeing a lot of angel numbers. Nice. The last month, so I was just curious who it might be. Well, you do understand. Some people feel like it's their loved ones. I personally, you have to use your discernment. We live out of our heart and our gut, okay? Your solar plexus is your heart. So when I see something, and we all need to do this, you got to keep them clear, right? So I listen to psychic hygiene, right? Spiritual hygiene. So I listen to 528 hertz, keep myself healed, right? It will fix your DNA, heal you. 639 maybe. But also crystal bowls, BOWLS meditation. You want to keep your chakras clear so you can use your own discernment. It doesn't just help with signs, because to me, it's like the cardinals are definitely connected to spirits on the other side, saying like, hi, love you, showing support. I also always feel a very strong thing with dragonflies, but it's for everybody, right? To each their own. Like for me, when I need to see a ladybug, I need that to know things are going to start turning in the right direction. I'll get those symbols. Now, when I see numbers, it's funny that you would say you're seeing angel numbers. Who could that be? You want to use your discernment, but honestly, I look at that more as communication. It could be your higher self. It could be your guides, your personal angels. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a spirit, right? So each of the numbers, I have a bunch of videos on YouTube about the significance of each of the numbers, and generally brings a lot of hope, right? What numbers in particular are you seeing, Dawn?
Uh, when we're done, we got Renee Edwards.
I did see
Dawn
that.
has answered. Dawn's answered. Okay, great.
Okay. So
11:11. I see that one.
oh yeah, see, that's what I had
Yeah.
a feeling. That's why I asked.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one, and it's very much so when we are. I think when we're starting out, and it's like a wake up call. Some people say it's from the universe trying to get your attention. But when you do the research, there's so many positive aspects to 1111. And it, on top of waking up, I just feel like it's a big sign for new beginnings and everything. Hello, Dulce. So there's so much positive. Like you want to start Googling, like go online, look to see, because in everything that you receive, like somebody tells you that you're reading, doing your own research, use your discernment. That's what I'm saying. Keep your chakras clear, keep your energy vessel clear, right? Because you want to know if somebody talking to you is lying to you. Even if it's like, is this job opportunity a good thing or bad thing for me? Is now the time to sell the house? When you keep your own discernment, like keep this stuff clear, you can answer your own questions. Yes, you'll go to somebody like me for validation. People come to me. It shouldn't be a complete shock, whatever I say to you. Sometimes it is, but it shouldn't be. You're doing your work. You should have a gut feeling. So 1111 is a huge one, but it usually is the universe connecting with us. So, hello, Laura. Oh, so sweet.
Hello.
So, okay. Renee,
Renee, great.
do we have a question?
Are you here, Renee? Are you still with us? I sound like a medium, don't I? Are you with us, Renee?
You got to close your eyes, Renee.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hi, Maura. That's wonderful. Thank you. Aw. Thank you, Dawn. That's really sweet. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But I do like doing this live because it's been brought to my attention several times. And it seems like last year, within the past 12 months, people are so terrified of death. Oh, I got chills just saying that off the back of my head. Not really sure if somebody's here or what, but just all of a sudden the back of my head is radiating. Just that part's kind of unusual for me. But let me tell you something. I've had near-death experiences myself, and like last year was a close one. Jamie knows about that. And when I have gotten to that point, all I can tell you is it's incredibly comforting, kind of like Dawn's dad's experience, but still being on this side. So Miss Renee is here.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like to ask, love? Thank you, Maura, for listening. Can you tell about my brother, Gary? Can you tell about my brother, Gary? Did Gary cross over? Let me just... Because I will say this. How do I got to put it into words. Give me a moment. It is hard because I am a psychic and a medium and a healer, but there are times, like I have one client that had a beautiful, beautiful husband, and 2 out of 3 readings, he comes through so clearly, I didn't know he was dead. Like his energy still feels very much alive, and vice versa. Like it's really, you know what I mean? So I can't always tell when somebody's on the end. I connect to people's energy either way, dead or alive, I guess is the way. So he did, okay, because I got a yes, but I wanted to validate. Okay, so Renee Edwards, and God's white light, the highest and greatest good of all is Gary. Okay, I'm getting a yes, but I want him to relax a little bit. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. I don't know if he was intense or he's one of those gentlemen that are uncomfortable with this. I just want him to relax a little bit, like just kind of like Dawn's dad was playful. This is the opposite of playful. He just seems very intense to me. So I like to send God and the archangels to them to just chill them out, vouch for me, like it's not dangerous or anything to talk to me. A lot of times, loved ones on the other side that didn't believe in this, that had a problem with it because their belief system, they're afraid for their loved ones. So I always ask God and the archangels, like, vouch for me, tell them I'm okay. So, Gary, thank you, God, Source, Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Gabriel, please, like, and Metatron, let Gary know that it's safe to speak with me. I'm only here to help his sister who wants to connect with him, and that I only work in the light. So just relax, Gary. Just relax. I almost feel like his shoulders are up to his ears, like that kind of tense. So I'm just trying to get him to relax a little bit. Okay, feeling a little bit better now? That it helps. It's amazing how that introduction seems to help. He's saying, yes, I feel better now. He just said, I trust you more. So thank you, Gary. So let's go into this. Okay. Renee, he's reaching out to you. Like he put his hand on you. He grabbed your hand and it's almost like he pulled you towards him and then grabbed you. That's what he's showing me. I don't know if there was some emotional issues here because he seems to have extremes. Even with pulling you in, it's like his emotions are so big for him, like overwhelming to him. So when he pulled you in, I felt a great deal of like, I believe gratitude and love towards you. Okay. He's telling me I'm not stable. Like, seems like he can run hot and cold. He's saying like he's uncomfortable. Like, Renee, if you could just comment, is any of this hitting? Like, it seems like when he was here, it just doesn't seem like he's particularly comfortable in his own skin. I'm hearing the beeping, but I'm not seeing anything. You, James?
No, I'm not. Okay. Yeah, we see we're watching the comments on a dashboard that should incorporate all the platforms.
So I'm just going to ask him how he's doing now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Gary. Wow, I just got really drowsy when I was asking him about that, if he's getting the help that he needs. He's saying, yes, I am. I don't know why. I just got very, very sleepy. Not like from, isn't that funny? Right before he stepped up, I told you that I got tingles in the back of my head. Now when I'm tapping into his energy, it's almost like a very sleepy, I can feel the energy, very sleepy, almost like somebody's giving me some kind of drugs or something. Oh, Fangul. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay. When he was, hello, Kimmy. When he was on a ventilator, was he not fully, like, I don't know what, I didn't get forced to go on a ventilator. I was in the hospital too. Did they like put him in some type of coma or something? I'm just trying to wonder what's going on with my head, if that has to do with Gary. Like, because I just got very, very sleepy. He still feels somewhat no knocked out. What does that mean? No knocked out? Does that mean he was conscious? Just write unconscious or conscious, because there's something going on with my head, and I think it has to do with Gary. So if you could just validate that. But he still feels like that we're talking about this stuff. He still feels edgy to me. More. Okay. Interesting that more that okay, there you go with what I'm feeling in my head. Okay, so I guess Renee's saying I froze up, but okay, they knocked him out of medical coma. Okay, that's why I'm getting this sleepy feeling. I knew something was up. Okay. he's like all over the place. Okay, he was sedated. Okay, but he's like the way he's speaking to me, it's like he's coming in all different directions, man. So if you could just slow down, calm down a little bit, Gary. Calm down. Okay, take a deep breath. Oh, Renee, was this not that long ago? Is that why these feelings of like anxiousness, like like anxiety, because he's like very scattered with his energy. But I would think this is somebody that is still adjusting to the transition. So if you could just validate that for me. I feel like I just got past a barrier with him because I heard how he speaks. Like I hear them in my head, but I feel like this is more of him of what I'm hearing. What did I ask her? Shit. Because the delay's making it hard. That's why I don't like doing the comment things. Okay. I just don't remember what question I asked her that she said yes to. Do you?
Well, no, but I think she was saying yes to confirm what you were just saying. You know,
Okay.
because I think the question was quite a while ago.
Okay. Well, it's better than saying no, right? Whatever. She validated.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
I just heard his accent. That's when I said, "Oh, I feel like I'm getting a real Gary now," because he sounded. I probably finally connected what it was like before he got sick.
Okay.
So, because initially, like, I feel like he was nervous, but I don't think he thought it was going that way. And then it just seemed like that's probably why his energy for the first part of this was very erratic, because I mean that was like a comic two by four against your head. Like he definitely was incredibly agitated. Oh, you got a fan club, Jamie.
It seems so. Yeah. Hey, Chris. How you doing?
I love that. So,
yeah.
Renee, did you want to ask him anything? Yeah. See, she's validating.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's saying, I don't know if he passed recently. I don't. But I get the impression that, if he passed recently, and she said yes. So there must be some kind of lag time. So, okay, I got it now. But that's why, because his energy is still kind of chaotic. He hasn't settled down yet. And he's telling me he was like he was young. Like he's telling me I was too young to go. He's saying I still had things to do. At least I thought I did. So does he have is he a New Yorker or something? I'm really curious about that because the one time I heard him speak clearly, it just kind of made me chuckle. So I don't know if Renee has any other questions that I would like her to ask something of him, because I would like her to get peace. Going to a medium is not, you want to make sure that your loved ones are okay. Like this is a fairly new one. So he just needs a little TLC, and almost like calm down. Just think about, you know how they say shingles? I don't know where the heck this information's coming from, but shingles, like your nerves are on, like all wired up, they're on fire, right? So his energy to me just felt not on fire, but agitated when he first came through. Felt very agitated. So, but then when all of a sudden I heard the way he said something just made me chuckle, like, I didn't know it was going to go. Like, it just sounded like that to me. So it was just really funny. And that was the first time he felt really calm to me. He keeps wanting to thank you. So I don't know if, does he know that his wife couldn't go back in the hospital? They wouldn't let her. Gary, do you know much about it? I'm sorry, I can hear his voice. It's just so, I love it. Now he's going to be the professor. I love this. The man that wouldn't talk to me is now teaching me. So what he's saying is, like, I was there, but I wasn't there. So I'm conscious, but he knew everything that was going on. And he didn't, this might be hard for people to understand, but it's what they do. He didn't stay in body the whole time. And what happened was, he would, whatchamacallit, watch. Like, it's like he's watching. He's telling me, this guy's a character. He would get bored. So he would step out of himself. So you have like, and here's the other thing. This is not from Gary. It's like we record everything. I don't know if anybody knows, you should. I mean, I love Dr. Wayne Dyer. One of the stories that he told, his gram, she lived like close to 100, I believe. She was up there, right? And his mother lived to her 90s. But I think she started getting dementia. And what did she said, would start saying things when she was like really, I think, starting to transition. Yeah, when I was like 2 years old, on Wednesday, June 5th, this happened. And they didn't believe her. Like, you know, because she was too young to know these things. And how the heck, when you're nearing 100, do you know what happened June 5th back then, like 100, almost 100 years ago? But what they did was Wayne and his brother went and researched it and realized that the main events, at the world events that she was talking about, the different things that happened, they went and looked in her local paper and it was spot on. Like all the stuff that she said was spot on. Oh, see, Kimmy's writing, patients can always hear what is going on, whether they respond or not. And that's what the deceased loved ones tell me. So, and it's, everything is like recorded. It's like inside, I don't know if it's your soul, your higher self, but there's, everything is with you. That's why if you don't take care of things that traumatize you in this life, you're going to have to deal with it in the next one. Like this stuff doesn't go away. So you might as well do your work now. So Renee, where's he from with the way he talks? So, and I don't know if anybody else, let me see if you can read. Hold on one second. I'm just checking. Because I want to make sure that I stay on track. So, hold on a second. Is there Jennifer Ellis? Because we need to go on. So it's just to be fair, because Dawn had paid for 2 questions. So if you, I have to be fair. If you want a longer reading, you could always book me on my website, www.divinemessagesbydaniela.com, but it's not, oh, Ohio. They have an interesting accent too, but not quite what I was hearing. So, but Jane, do you see a Jennifer Ellis?
Well, I've not seen a Jennifer Ellis comment.
Jennifer, I see that you made
here, just comment.
If you could just send me a message, please.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting, just for anyone who's just arrived and hasn't been here from the start, just to let you know what's going on here. So we were going to be discussing the afterlife and you know, sort of various topics on that. but we are doing mini reading. Well, not we. Daniela De Castro, psychic medium. She's doing mini readings for $10. So that's basically what's going on. And we were going to do some discussions, but it's been
Which I really would love.
Yeah, but I mean, okay.
Okay, I see that Jennifer sent me something, maybe a messenger or something.
Oh, okay. In the chat history here, there's no one by that name, but
I'm gonna just read what she wrote. Hi,
okay.
can I pay for a question answered that is not related to deceased loved one? Yes, you can. I am having trouble assessing comment. Okay, so she's asking me. She's having some issues with it, with the live, I guess. I have recently felt stuck in life and like I am not moving in the right direction. Am I taking the right steps to fulfillment again, specifically through areas such as my career, new city, and relationships? So let me just try to absorb what she's saying.
That's okay.
I've recently felt stuck in life, and Jennifer, I don't know if you can hear this or not, but a lot of us are. Okay, this is a time to really, really do your work. More saying, how do we pay? In the link or something, it's a PayPal link or Venmo is also in the comments. Okay, so I really hope Jennifer can hear this. So I recently felt stuck in life and I'm not moving in the right, and like I am not moving in the right direction. Am I taking the right steps? Find fulfillment again. Okay. So Jennifer. Okay, God's white light. Shoot. Okay. Oh, I just got a message from her. Good. Hello, yes, I can hear. Excellent. Okay. So Jen, this is because there are different parts. So yes, you're on the right path, Jen. But what I just heard is you've been stuck in the past, okay, I'm just gonna channel. In the past, you were going in circles, and it's like you broke free of that. But that energy in our lives, whether it be a relationship, like a romantic relationship, friendships, like who we are, right? Once we start changing our life, it can take a year to a year and a half to shed that. Okay. So when you say you go to a reader or something, or, well, I'll break it up. You can go to a reader and they may pick up your old stuff, right? That's one. But two, and here's the dangerous part, you will still attract people into your life. That's part of your old energy. It's what you don't want anymore. And what I call it is the universe saying, oh, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want this anymore? And you got to stamp your foot down and go, no, I don't want this anymore. And you got to be firm with your boundaries. When you make a decision like, no more narcissist, no more bitches and assholes, you got to really mean it. And you got to keep saying no. Every time, like, somebody at work wants to be your friend, but they're toxic, you have to stick, where you want to go, keep moving forward. I think that you're working through it, but what they keep showing me, it's almost like you're in a vehicle, say, right? Like saying you're in a Jeep, but it's got a hefty fender on it, right? To push through things. And I'm seeing like mud, and it's not just in the ground, but it's up, right? And you got to plow through that. So you have to really stay true to your course and keep pushing forward, because I'm getting like, what you want, and it's okay. I'm looking at my phone, sweetie. You don't have to comment through the live. It's okay. That's why I put it up. Okay. So it looks like Gina sent me something too.
Yeah.
Okay. So the new city, let me get to that. Okay. Now, I receive in many ways, and I'm getting the new city is a very good match for you. Not only did I get that answer, but I also got chills, which is validation. No matter what they say, like that's a correct answer. So that's really a good thing. You need to change things. Like when you say you feel stuck and stagnant, like you're not sure if you're on the right course, I feel like the course that you were on was not the right course. You changed things. So I hope that helps. Like you're the person, I don't know why I keep going with the vehicles, but just say if you're riding the bus, or not riding the bus, but you're the bus driver, it's up to you who you're going to open up the door for, who you're going to allow on. And I don't know about you, but I've gotten very fussy about who's allowed in my space, in my energy, because you know what? This is your life. You might as well be the main star, right? Nobody else is going to make you the star. You have to love yourself first. You have to take care of your needs and show up for yourself. Keep your promises to yourself. And if you don't want a certain repeating loop, then only you can stop that. You decide what goes on in your life. None of us are victims. And people, believe me, in the past, I want to punch people in the face. And I'm sure people want to punch me in the face because when I'm like, what? I manifested this. I created it. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So, Jamie, so that,
Yeah.
how are we doing?
Okay. Right. I'm glad. Okay. So Renee wants to know, can she pay another $10 to ask another question? So
She
there's that.
can, but it
And
looks
then,
like we've gotten some payments. It looks like Gina sent a payment.
yeah, Gina. Yeah. So Gina is in the queue to be read.
Okay.
She's paid. And also, can I just ask Laura Flick? You say you're in the queue. Did you send a payment to the link, or if you could just let me know, or have you got a payment, Daniela, from Laura
Let's
Jane
see.
Flick?
This
But the
one.
next person will be Gina anyway. And
I'm
then
trying to find a name on this one. This one is Gina though, because it says Austin, Texas. I don't see her name, but I know where she is. Note
okay,
from self. Aw.
yeah, Laura Jane Flick from
Okay. So what Gina wrote is, and I love you too, Gina. Okay. So let me just check how you, Gina, what I'm going to do for you, since you said you don't have a particular question, I just want, and hello, Nicola. So I'm just going to check your energy, okay? I want to check solar plexus and heart, Gina, because that's really important. Laura said PayPal. I don't know who she's talking to. In God's white light, and the highest and greatest good of all. First, will you work for me? Tell me the truth. God's white light, and the highest and greatest good of all. Please show me what her solar plexus look like now. Gigi, I haven't spoken to you for a long time. That's not good. In God's white light, the highest and greatest good of all. Please show me what her solar plexus look like. Okay, Gina. I'm glad that I went with your chakras. All right. So, solar plexus, Gina. That means that you are not putting yourself first. You're not taking care of your needs. That's when we put everybody else ahead of us and we're not having strong boundaries, okay? Having difficulty saying no. I want to see what your heart looks like too. God's white light in the highs. Hello from Canada. Maria, I love you. Good to see you. God's white light in the highest and greatest good of all. Please show me what Gina's heart looks like. All right, Gina. I'm going to say this to everybody on the live. We've all been going through a lot of tense energy. G, your heart and your solar plexus are not open. They're barely open, stuck, stagnant energy. So you're probably walking around stuck, stagnant. Like when I see people's hearts look like that, they are existing but not living. They're not thriving. And it's a numb sensation where nothing is making you particularly happy. Like even though great things may be happening in your life, you're not experiencing it fully. You're not, and I know great things are happening in your life, and this bothers me to see that. So your solar plexus are off. I don't know if because it could represent giving. I know you, Jamie. Yeah, I know you have your little fan club thing going on, but
I can't help it.
you're giving away your energy, or somebody is taking your power.
Mhm.
So, and if our solar plexus look like that, we have a lot of tummy issues where we're ill, we're not feeling great. Okay, so Miss Gina, reach out to me sometime this week. And for those of you out there, Gina is my cousin's daughter that lives in Texas. it's funny. I love her to death, but we've only met a couple of times. So, G, we definitely need to speak. But yeah, you gotta. I'll You know what? We'll just do a healing on everybody out there. How's that? Are we up for that? James, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to
Well,
leave her in this kind of pain.
yeah. Oh, are you talking about? Sorry, wait, repeat that
Well,
because I was
Gina,
distracted with comments. Yeah,
I know Gina,
Gina.
who you are.
Yeah.
So, um, I don't like the way her solar plexus and her heart looks.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a
Sure.
healing that for everybody that's listening. What do you
Okay.
think?
Yeah. Also, as well, I'm making notes, but I think even because things are getting quite busy, but Renee doesn't feel like she wants to ask another thing. But you know what? Maybe you can get to her after the live as well. You know, in the next day or so. I don't know. Maybe
Okay,
something
I'll
like
do
that.
my best.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everybody,
Okay
if you
then.
could just breathe deeply through your nose. A lot of us that are into this stuff, we're more comfortable in the spiritual realm than in our bodies on the planet. So
Mhm.
we want to breathe in deeply through the nose, hold it as long as you can, and then out through the nose. I want you to be fully in body instead of escaping. And just focus on your breathing, close your eyes, and I'm going to be sending this out to everybody. Thank you, God, Creator Source, for surrounding and infusing everyone with your beautiful golden rose colored light of unconditional love, healing, safety at all times. Love, love, love energy. Please help them to learn their life lessons through love, ease, grace, gentleness, kindness, and compassion. Thank you. No more cosmic 2x4s. Love, love energy. Please remove all grief, all sadness. Just take all away the pain from them, all the sadness of grief, all the fear, terror, anxiety. Remove all that from them. Let them know that they are safe, they are loved, they are held in your arms. Thank you for doing this in their physical, emotional, mental, soul, spiritual, ethereal bodies, past, present, future, realms, or dimensional aspects. Thank you, God, Creator Source, Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Azrael, for cutting, severing, removing all cords, implants, and seeds, all lower, negative, toxic, vibrational energy. Anything and everything that is not theirs and it's not for their highest and greatest good. Thank you for doing this in a physical, emotional, mental, soul, spiritual, evil bodies, past, present, future, realms, or dimensional aspects. Thank you, God, Creator, Source, Archangel, Metatron, for surrounding and fusing them with your light. Thank you for clearing, cleansing, healing, open up, and balancing all their chakras in the physical, emotional, mental, soul, spiritual, evil bodies, past, present, future, all realms of dimensional aspects. Thank you, God, Creator Source, Archangel Raphael, all the healers working in Source's light at the highest and greatest frequency and vibration and working love, light, and truth. Thank you for surrounding and fusing them with your light. Thank you for healing their physical, emotional, mental, soul, spiritual, ethereal bodies, past, present, future, realms, or dimensional aspects. Thank you, God, Creator Source, Archangel Michael, for surrounding and fusing them with royal blue light. Thank you for sharing your strength, your courage, your confidence, your determination, your peace, your balance, your harmony, your firm boundaries. Thank you for doing this, and thank you for bringing joy and laughter into their hearts again. Thank you for doing this in their physical, emotional, mental, soul, spiritual, ethereal bodies, past, present, future, or realms or dimensional aspects. Whew, that's a big one. Oh, thank you, Renee. I just talked to my sister-in-law, and what does that say? I just talked to my sister-in-law, and she said he told his daughter that he was confused, so that does validate his confusion. Yeah, but he was crossed over in such a loving, kind, compassionate way. It, it would bring me peace if I knew that my loved one, because sometimes something could be so quick that, and hello, Sandra, think
Sandra.
about it, right? Like if you were hanging out at your home and somebody barges in your door, you're going to be startled and like, what the hell is going on here? Hi, Denise, how are you? So, do you know what I mean? Like, so think about like he had told me that he was unaware that he was going to be transferring. So, but he was received in such a loving, kind, compassionate way. So let's see. Love you too, Denise. Gina, thank you for the healing. I truly, oh, I love that. Felt the healing, can't even explain it. Reach out to you this week. Love you, Gina. Mwah.
Mhm.
So, Does anyone else have any questions? If not, are
So,
we caught up?
well, Laura Jane Flick, if you're here, Laura, send a message to let us know you're still here. But she's waiting. She's paid.
Oh,
So,
okay. Sorry.
yeah, no, it's okay. Oh, by the way, and just whilst there's a pause here, let me just say, if any of you watching, if you feel like maybe you got a lot more, you want to go, get more in depth and have a longer reading, Daniela does have a calendar, a booking system on her website. So just go to our website. Let me just put it up on the screen. And you can navigate very easily to her booking system and book into her calendar. So there's no panic, if and of course that will be a private reading, not on the live that we can.
True. That's a good piece to share.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say, Jennifer, my pleasure, because she's needing to talk to me this way for whatever reason. Okay. Oh, tell me about the fairies that surround me. I've seen them. Is that what Laura's question is? She wants to know about the fairies?
Yes. Yeah. Which I'm aware of. We've had discussions about them, haven't we, Laura?
Oh, with Laura, friend?
Fascinating. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Laura is Imelda. Imelda's
oh.
Partner. So that's who Laura is. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Lovely lady.
Okay.
I'm not trying to flatter you, Laura.
No, but I love this because the way Imelda says her name, I didn't realize it was Laura, my accent, Laura. Thank you, Maria. That's very kind. Yeah. Okay, right off the bat, Laura, I'm asking because it was just something that came to me immediately. And you all can think I'm crazy, but there's a lot more out there to the universe than we realize, okay? So this shallow thing that we think is our world, it's just not. There's so much more out there. And so, Laura, you're one of them. So, like I hang out with the archangels, you hang out with the fairies. That's your tribe. That's who you are. So, like, what I find when people come from a particular realm, right? We have our interests there. And because you're open to them, I mean, one, like just think of being their cousin, their friends, like those are my people, right? So yours are the fairies. So I'm hearing you're welcoming them into your life. So you have this space for them. I don't know why I'm hearing that they don't feel threatened by you. That's a really weird comment, but that's what I've seen them. Yeah, they help. But Laura, don't you feel like you know them intimately? Like, I love the archangels. Those are my tribe. Like, I am one of them. Like, you know how people say, oh, what about a piece of that cloth, right? You come from the whole. So that's where you come from. And I mean, a lot of people get to see fairies, but I really feel like you've been one. So I don't know if that feels like truth to you. And I'm hearing we love to play with her. Okay. What I'm seeing now, I can see, and it's like they like to fly around. And I'm seeing like I have earrings in, and it's like flickering of the earrings, like the hair and stuff like that. I feel like they're incredibly playful with you, like messing around. Let's see. Is that true, Laura? Like, do they like to play with you? And you know that they can, what is the word? Is it mischievous or mischievous? So, like with taking small things and stuff like that, you know what I mean? She's saying indeed, so that means indeed they're playing with her. So, but that's what I'm seeing. I was just going to say that. So I see them like flicking her and things like that. Like, I don't know if that's the right word, but the other thing is I'm seeing like small items like being so playful. Yeah. Some people, she says that all the time. That's great. Some people are a little, like a lot of people love fairies, but some people are uncomfortable with them. What I will say from my own personal experience with fairies is just like, I'm going to use the word race, like there's good and bad in everything. I hope we can all agree on that. And if not, I don't apologize. but no matter what I deal with, there's good and bad in everything. And I remember my first, because I really wanted to see fairies, and I'll see things like dart out of the corner of my eyes, like sparklies, and I really think it's them. Maybe Laura can validate that back for me.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you, Imelda. So, but that's something that I see. But there was something else. Okay, so the first time, like once I really knew, um, one like was stunning, beautiful, beautiful, stunning. But my higher self, whatever spirit guides, told me be careful. There were two of them, and one was beautiful blonde, plump, and she was like, "Ah, my name is Sunshine," and she was just absolutely adorable. The other one was stunning but dangerous. Like I felt like don't piss her off. And when she smiled at me, it was very unnerving. She had very sharp teeth. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody like that. Yep, see, Laura, some aren't fun. That's the God's honest truth. But again, a friend of mine was talking about, we were supposed to be talking more about spirits and stuff like that. There are some spirits that can turn on lights, that can turn on a TV, run water. And my friend was like, that's called a poltergeist. And to me, open cabinets, closed doors, that doesn't have to be scary. You know what I mean? That's just an ability. Somebody has an ability. People are afraid of me. People are afraid of psychic mediums. You know what I mean? There are people are afraid of the dentist. So people are going to be afraid of everything. I don't think that we should be afraid of them, but just beware. Like you got to stand in your power with every being that is out there. And I'm going to use the word being. So Laura, when you said you've seen that, are you talking about things opening and close? If you could just put a little bit more comment. And Jamie, I listened. My friend spent the weekend with me, and she's amazing, and she's into astrology. I want to share something with that. Oh,
Okay.
Maria, I love you. I can't wait till I go to Canada and I get to see you. Oh man, thank you, Laura.
And to Ireland. Didn't forget.
What was that?
And you gotta come and see me too.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Knock on wood that I'm allowed to, because it'll be 3 years behind schedule.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You've seen them coming out of wood. Yeah, I see them darting around in my home too. And I have a client that she knew something was up, so she set up video cameras. And this is an EMT worker. She's into spirituality, but she's a no nonsense type of gal. She got fairies on her video cam. So, because she knew something was going on, man. It was wild. It really was. So, but when I said beings, they're good and bad and everything, this astrologer that my friend introduced me to, coming. Oh, Kimmy went to go to Northern Ireland with us.
Cool.
So, the more the merrier. So,
Yeah.
what happened was he said April 30th, there'll be an announcement, disclosure about aliens. So it's already information
When?
like that this
When?
astrologer, I'll share that with you at another time.
Ooh.
But it was very interesting to me because he also, my friend said, predicted the Russian-Ukraine situation before it happened. So this guy, and it was like listening to a male version of me in astrology. So if you don't like me, you wouldn't like him. But if you like me, you'd like him. Next time we do the live, I will try to have his name. He's funny as hell. Okay. Yes, a video cam captured it. It was so cool. Oh man, Laura, you're so lucky. The fairies hang with her in a house in a garden. I'm trying to get them to be more present with me, but I guess I see spirits and I get to see angels and stuff, so I can't bitch too much.
That's funny.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I would like to be friends with them. But again, I'm very strong with boundaries. I try to be, especially in the spiritual realm. You have to be secure in your power. Because if there's a school bully, you know that they'll just take advantage of you. So in everything in the spiritual realm, be respectful, have respect, but don't take any shit either. So I don't know if that rings true of anyone. So we're just about coming up on an hour. Did we take care of everybody's needs, God willing?
I hope so. I hope it's been good for everybody. But you
Well,
know
I
what?
mean,
It's not goodbye forever, is it? Because anyone can book you anytime, on your
absolutely.
website. You know what I mean?
Give me a second though, because I got some notices on Venmo.
Oh,
Let me
right.
just make sure. Maybe is it not mine? YouTube. Give me 1 second. Daniela, I'm getting pissed. I don't know why Venmo has to tell you what everybody's doing. So and so
Really?
paid this person. My phone is freezing up. I'll tell you this though. Because I don't know if it's going to cooperate with me. So, come on, baby, let's work here. But I did want to say things like, if you want to do this for yourself, I do recommend burning a white candle. Me too, Imelda. Thank you for jumping on. Burn a white candle, right, for protection and stuff like that. You want to bring in source energy, God, creator source energy. And if you have a loved one on the other side, you light the candle, you have a protective zone, right? You bring in the angels, you bring in God's energy. And it's about being still. And I think people go to mediums because they want validation. But there's so many clients that I have that say, they hear their loved ones. They can hear them. They sometimes can feel them being touched and things like that. Again, some people, when they cross over, I find hit the ground running and they know how to communicate with a medium. It's very easy for them. And I just think that they're open to this, that they might be very evolved. I'm not really sure. Yes, some people can smell them. And that I like that one. Smelling is very comforting to me when I can smell my dad's cologne or the stuff, the Grecian that he put in his hair. Yeah, I can't tell, Jane. Like maybe if I go, let's see. Okay, Renee. Okay, it looks okay. It looks like it's Renee that was on Venmo. So that's
Oh, okay, yeah. But I mean, we could just make a blanket statement that if anyone has if you've slipped through the net and you paid and you didn't get a reading, it's not intentional, obviously. And so, yeah, I mean, we'll take care of it, wouldn't we, Daniela?
yeah.
But here, we
I
just
think
got a
we
message
did.
here from.
Renee's. We took care of it in real time.
Yeah.
So I think we should be good, God willing.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. I think we are good. So Kayla is asking here if we're still taking mini reading
hi,
requests.
Joanne. How are you, love? You said still taking mini reading requests. Do you have? Oh, hi, Kayla. I know Kayla. I haven't seen her in years. Hello, Joanne. Sure, Kayla. This is somebody I know from upstate New York when I go visit my brother and his wife Amy and all my friends up there. So it's been years since I'm up there. So yes, Kayla, there's a she probably didn't think I would recognize her. So of course I do. So I just want to click on it. Her family has grown. I want to see if I can click on that. Look at that. The kids have gotten so big. Jamie, Kayla, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you the one that I was in the middle of a reading and I looked up, we were outside, and I saw in my mind's eye a plane driving by, like on the beach, the plane with advertisement, and it said twins. I'm pretty sure this was her. And I said, are you pregnant? Because I just looked up and I see, and she told me no. And she's like, because there's sometimes that I'll know before the person knows that they're pregnant. And that was one of them. I'm pretty sure she had the twins.
Wow.
And it was funny because she had a little girl and a little boy. So I'm pretty sure in this picture, right, we can see there's a family of 4 there, right?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Hi, Dolores. I haven't seen you in a long time. I love. So if Kayla wants to, what do we have? The PayPal link and Venmo, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Well, yeah, I'm not sure about your Venmo, but either one, I suppose. Yeah,
I did put the Venmo in there.
Oh, did you? Okay, great.
Yeah, early when we started, that was one of the
Mhm.
first things that I did.
Okay.
Like, go figure. Now my phone's gonna give me trouble. You
Mhm.
gotta love it. Come on, Venmo. So, um, Jamie, do you want to
Yeah.
stick with this? Like, do you want to do it next week as well?
Yeah, why not? Sure. Yeah, it's been fun. I enjoyed it.
Dolores is asking, Dolores, do you have a question? I will honor people if they want to ask me a question. Are you still? Yes, I am. If you want to, but we're going to be wrapping it up because I've already taken an hour of Jamie's time. So if
Oh,
you want to ask a question, absolutely. I know that it was in the comments. Okay, somebody. Whoa. Just give me a second, Jane.
mhm.
Kayla. Okay. Kayla, you overpaid me. Um, ask your question, my love. Okay. Um, Dolores, I don't know if you sent a payment, but Kayla just did. Okay. I'm gonna hit Kayla first. I'll try to get to you after this. Okay, a
Mhm.
lot of life is yeah, no shit, right, Kayla? Considering moving. Whoa. Okay. All right, let's do this. Yeah, it's right, right. I'm just gonna ask if it's in your highest and greatest good to move out of state. Okay. Kayla, I got a really strong yes. Okay. So, like moving out of state would be good. I know that you said that you were torn. I don't know why, Kayla. I feel like it will free you, like free you up from, I don't know if I, how to say this, external maybe obligations and things like that. Like distance yourself in a good way from things outside of your immediate family. And when I say that, I'm talking about you, your husband, and the kids. You know what I mean? So, what else? Did you have any other questions, Kayla? For whatever reason, James, she didn't pay 10, she paid 15.
Oh, okay.
So, let me just see. In God's white light, the highest and greatest good of all. No. I mean, you didn't ask this, Kayla, but I asked if there would be any other like hardships about you moving. No. I'm hearing things will oh, thank you. Did you see what you wrote?
Oh,
Because you're worth it. I
oh,
love you,
oh,
Kayla,
oh,
man.
yeah, right.
So what I'm getting,
Yeah.
Kayla, is like I feel like it's just falling into place. Everything falling into place. So, all right. Easier said than done what they just said. They're like, don't worry about it. Like, and they're also saying, like, you know, you need to do this. Like, you know, inside, and it's going to improve your life. Not sure where you're thinking about going, but it's going to improve your life on many. Now I'm hearing on many levels. So I love you, and your family's absolutely beautiful. Okay, if we go back, Dolores, let me
Yeah.
see.
If you can just answer Alison, if
That was
and then we'll
Kayla,
go
but
to Dolores.
Dolores, I don't.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to see my phone if Dolores sent anything.
Okay. And then she wants to know about a dog dream.
Okay, so I don't see any other payments. Um, yeah, that was 7:15. It's 8:09. So I guess we're pretty good, right? Like, what do you think? Like,
Yeah, unless you want to, if you want to acknowledge this comment here from
I mean,
Alice.
if any, oh, okay, Allison, if you want a little mini reading, go ahead. Don't cry. Don't cry, Allison. If you want a reading, it's either through PayPal, there's a link, or there's Venmo. So I keep scanning. I'm just doing like the overall on my phone, not in particular apps, and this way it just tells me.
Mhm.
Imelda suggests, she goes, "You're very popular. I feel a regular weekly reading would be so well received."
Mhm.
I mean, this went busier than I anticipated because I haven't done it in over a year and a half.
Mm.
Maura, I love you. Maura was helping me, and she had Daniela, my namesake. So I
Mhm.
can't resent that, I guess, right? So
Yeah.
she had that beautiful baby. They're all gorgeous. They're getting so big, it's crazy. So Jamie is kind enough to help me tonight. So it depends on Jamie's schedule too. Thank you, Dolores. So, okay. Dolores wanted to know, what did the dog dream mean, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Is that correct, Dolores?
I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
Yeah. 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 I'm pretty sure too, but I'm sure she can
What was
clarify.
talking about?
Uh,
That
this
was
is
funny what I just heard.
yeah. Oh, really? Oh,
Dolores, this is not what I expected. That's cool, Dolores. Um, Dolores, I don't think this is going to be what you thought it was, because it's not what I thought it was. Okay, this is funny as hell. All right, what I'm hearing is the dream was not about symbology. Is that the way you say the word? It's about you getting connection, because the first thing that they said, it's time. Yeah, Dolores, you and I have lost touch with each other like everybody has. So I don't know what's going on with you, but they're saying that it's time. It's like time to bring more love into your house. Bring in, I'm hearing like, that's funny to hear that kind of word, stray, but stray, rescue, adoption. It's time. I don't know why they're saying like, you've been alone a lot. So it seems like this is a time now, like, okay, you've been doing your work, you've been focusing, but you need like some TLC. This is for your heart, like, to open it up. So we're just about ending. If you do want a quick reading, just make a Dolores, a donation. It's a $10 thing, either PayPal or Venmo. I'm just getting a little punchy. So Dolores, yeah, I don't know if you have a follow up question about it, but it's almost like somebody speaking to you directly, asking you to do this for yourself. Is this recorded? Her phone died.
oh, yeah. Well, it's alive, but there'll be like the archived. It'll be like a replay. It will be sitting on your social media. So yeah, it
Okay,
can be listened to. Yeah.
something left me, closed my eyes. I'm not sure what that means. So you're saying that they'll be able to listen to it from somewhere like my social media?
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
Yeah, you just go to your page and then just like scroll the timeline. And it will be there.
okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let me just check my phone, because my bladder, I'm sorry guys, but I have a very tiny bladder and it's getting full.
Yeah, I know. I've been needing to go for the last like
For a
30
bit,
minutes.
right? I
Yeah.
don't see any other payments, so I think that we're clear to go. Um, but Jamie and I mean, can you do it next Sunday?
Yeah, sure, no probs.
So I hope we will talk again soon, Dolores. I did want to, if you could type in your more of a question with this, but that's what they're telling me. It's time to bring another love into your life. Um, Catherine, if you wanted a quick reading, it would have to be within the next second because we both have to use the restroom.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Um,
Um,
or you can book me anytime. Just go to my booking page, honey, and you'd probably want a little more privacy, especially. Oh shit! You paid PayPal. Why is my phone not doing this?
Oh yeah, right.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
Catherine, I'm still gonna say this to you. Do you want it on the live or do you want it private? Like meaning, do you want me to answer you privately?
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh yeah. It
do you
says
like
follow up
what did
after.
she?
Yeah. Apologies, Catherine. I'm supposed to
So
be the one.
she's okay with me saying it out loud.
Okay. Oh, she said she'll follow up with you after. So
Okay,
I
so she'd
guess
rather it quiet, like
private. Yeah,
private,
private.
right?
I would say so.
Okay.
If you
Yeah,
want to
Catherine,
embarrass.
just let me quick use the restroom and text me and I'll give you a quick, like I've been doing on the live, I'll give you a quick mini reading. I just don't want all your biz. A live is fine, she said. All right. Okay, so let's go back to her question. Catherine. I really hope she's the last one to pay, though. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Catherine first. Now, I love Catherine too. There's a lot of people on here that I love. But the first thing I want to do, Catherine, I want to just check your solar plexus and your heart because I'm getting a vibe for this, right? You can tell with some of them I know something's up. God's white light and the highest and greatest good of all, will you work for me and tell me the truth? Thank you. And God's white light and the highest and greatest good of all, please show me what Catherine's solar plexus looks like. Okay, Catherine, you know I love you, but I'm also very blunt. Catherine's known me since she was in kindergarten or first grade. Okay, so Catherine, that's your solar plexus, okay? So when I see that, that means somebody has taken away your power or you've given away your power. You're not having strong boundaries and you're not putting yourself first. You're giving too much, okay? That's kind of why I wanted to do it privately. This has to do with self-love, self-care, and knowing your value, okay? And when you love yourself and accept yourself and know that you are fucking amazing, that's when others will come into your life, okay? When you treat yourself substandard, like you're not the number one star on your own TV show, when everybody else you're trying to please, or you know what my dad used to fuck around with us and say, like to get kids to play with us, tie a pork chop around your neck. I don't need a pork chop around my neck for somebody to want to be my friend. You are a beautiful, stunning, amazing young woman. You want to know your worth. If anything, you want to have stronger boundaries. Stop accepting substandard treatment. I'm going to check your heart. In God's white light and the highest and greatest good of all, please show me what the heart looks like. The heart shut down too, honey. So again, that's like walking around like you're a zombie. You can't really feel things. You don't have high, low, lows. And it's just existing. And it's like somebody can give you a free cruise and you're not going to be like, yay! It's like, oh, that's cool. It's like this monotone. And that's funny. Somebody says, that sounds like something I needed to hear. I love you too, Laura. So that is not going to get you where you need to go. You have to really have a relationship with yourself because people are not going to treat you better than you treat yourself. We usually will walk away from someone if we treat ourselves like if this is a scale and we treat ourselves pretty shitty right here, and we'll take up to that. Somebody can really treat us bad. But once they get over that point and treat us worse than we treat ourselves, that's when we generally walk away. So this is about really going inside because I don't think that you've ever recognized how amazing that you are. And I'm not blowing smoke up at you. You have so much going for you. I am so proud of you. And I don't think you've ever been with anybody that's worth your time. At least energetically, that's like, I know that we've not been in each other's lives, but I know the path that you're walking and you can't run away from yourself. You can't run away from your pain. You are only prolonging it, okay? The sooner you get to your inner work, the sooner you can improve your life. I've been doing this. You can ask Jamie. He's been, thank you for saying you love me.
Mhm.
Jamie, have I not been on and off crying for several weeks now?
On and off, on and off Prime. Did you say?
Crying.
Cry. Oh yes, yes. I thought you said Prime as in
So
Amazon Prime.
I've been doing
Yeah, crying.
soul,
Yes,
yeah,
yes. Hmm.
soul work. So it's tough,
Yes.
it's brutal, but when you come out the other side, you're a different person.
Hmm.
And I've been seriously doing my work. And one thing that I can tell you, and you won't know it until you do it, like, and it's layers of an onion. So I'm on a very deep layer now that's brutal. But I will tell you this, when I step outside a couple of days ago, I noticed the way that the wind felt against my skin, the way the sun feels on me, like to hear the whistling of the wind through the leaves, to hear the birds talking, the ducks quacking. It I felt the innocence of a child. This world robs us of our innocence. And as we do this deep soul work, we get that back. But it's like pulling out the muck, and it is hard. So you're young. You're not going to have, I'm 55, so I have a lot of muck. So you're so young that you're going to be able to thrive and bounce back a lot sooner than, because I've been doing this type of work on myself my whole life, but I've had a pretty toxic life. We all have a lot of caca. So I hope that helps everybody. Let's see.
I'm gonna.
Aw.
I'm gonna be right back.
Oh, okay. Jamie couldn't hang out anymore. Love this description, explanation. Thank you, Maura. But I think we all do need that, the self love, the self acceptance. And there's such amazing freedom, Catherine, and everyone out there, that I really didn't want to be seen, like doing this kind of stuff. Like people from my hometown, I years back, I didn't want them to know I was a psychic medium, even though they knew I was always different. Aw, thank you, Catherine. I hope I wasn't too brutal. You know, I absolutely adore you, and I would have done it privately, but it looks like a lot of people needed to hear what I said to you. But it really is important to do the work. And I didn't realize that, because I've said to so many people that are close to me, the world doesn't feel like it did when I was a child. I didn't realize it's not the world. The beauty of the world is still there. It's us. We get compounded with all this stuff, layers and layers. It's like a numbing, and we don't really feel joy, and our hearts are closed down. And that's one of the things. Down the road, we're going to start doing this live stuff on Sundays, but I'm going to have a private thing where people will subscribe and get like the channeling information, because the soul work that I'm doing will change your life. It's changed my life. It will change your life. I'm glad, Catherine. I'm glad that it helped you. You know, one day soon, I'm in Newport Richie now. One day soon, when you come home and visit, I know you had COVID last time. Come and visit me, because I love you. It's so crazy. This beautiful young woman, I believe now is in Chicago, graduated college, like, boom, got an amazing job, just started her life, like, so brave. Catherine, you are truly brave. You were always perfect, Catherine. That's one thing that I want you to hear. You didn't have to do jack. You were always perfect, but you have to build yourself up. You don't look outside of yourself for somebody else to build you up. It's when we are whole, we heal ourselves, we are whole, we love ourselves. That's when the right vibrational match comes back into our lives. We can't be broken and expect to get somebody that's fully whole. People are like, why do I keep picking up these broken people? Because you're broken. When you heal yourself, you will no longer attract broken people into your life. And it doesn't just have to be romantic. It could be also friendships, right? Family members, the ones that you bond with. Oh, Dolores, yeah, I'm in Newport Richie, Dolores. Um, this is the closest to a hug, my love. Miss your voice. Aw, I miss you so much, Miss Maria. Maria's a wonderful. The Canadians, man, they can't be nicer. And I'm so
Mhm.
sorry. But all the things that are going on in Canada, the whole world, it's crazy. But please, I had somebody call me today and ask if it was okay to send negative energy towards Putin, and almost like a curse on him. And I was like, nope, nope. Because you tell me, if you have a child misbehaving and you are so stern with them and strict and beat their ass, okay? If you are harsh with them, does that ever get you good results? Usually it makes the child angry, right? And resentful. They may follow the rules, but they hate your guts and they'll wait until they can get you. No, you want to pray. You want to send love. You want his heart to open, because if his heart opens, he will realize that we are all connected. And if you kill someone, you are harming yourself. So it really is send healing his way, send love. I know that sounds, people want to punch him in his face. Believe me, I understand. But that's not going to get the world where we need to be. Hate, violence. Haven't we fucking done that enough? Time and time and time again. I feel war is so passe. Like, oh, are we still doing this? I really feel like, are you people kidding me? Is this still happening? So no, put your foot down. We will not be controlled anymore. We are not puppets. We are not fools. Be aware. But when you come through the heart and send love, that's how we change the frequency. That's how we change the world. You know, and like Morris said, God will take care of Putin. I know that sending, and here's another thing, not my forte or specialty, but people that do curses, like the real professionals, they don't use their own energy. They use idiots that go to the, and I mean myself as an idiot too, because I didn't know this. When you go to these memorials, and there's usually almost like a phallic symbol, usually at these places. It's like, but it's kind of like a wand or something, right? It's an energy thing. There's usually a body laying under it, right? The bones of some hero. And there's usually water by it. And the mirrors, right? The mirrors, meaning the mirrors are the windows, the buildings that are surrounding it, like on the outside of it. They use our energy, our emotions. When we go and we're like, oh, the poor people that died, this and that. And they use that, and it's like it gets attached to your karma. So do you really want to be sending people curses? No, you do not. So the people that are really into nasty shit, they will use other people's unknowingly energy and karma, and it doesn't stick to them. So that's when I finally told a woman that way, she decided not to send him a curse, because I just don't think that's the answer. But that's just me. So if anything I say doesn't ring truth to you from your heart and your solar plexus, that's what you follow, your own discernment. Don't be sheeple. So you can ask somebody a question, but it's your responsibility to look at the truth. Does that feel like your truth? So I hope that helps. And all right, we did a good job. Wow, that was a lot longer, almost an hour and a half. I always say, that's why I said, hey, Jamie, you want to do 30 minutes? Like it never ends on time. So thank you, everyone who hopped on. I love you all. Thank you for welcoming me back after more than a year and a half. Yay! So thank you for joining me. Jamie, thank you so much for being a good sport.
You're welcome.
So everyone have a great night.
Okay, good night.